Alrighty, so on this video, I'm going to show you how to use Divi or how to start adding content to your pages. So let's go here to a new page and I'll walk you through this again, how to do this. So you go to add a new page and then right here is the title of the page. I'm going to put test. Be sure on most of your pages, probably on 99.8% of my pages that I have on my sites, they are keyword and SEO researched. That should be for your pages as well as your blog post. And I have a video on how to do that under SEO and keyword research. So what you want to do is you want to go here to Divi Builder. And if this is the first time that you're building a page, I have a video on that on my pre-made templates. And I'll do a pre-made template, browse that. And again, I'll just walk you through how to do this. Your saved layouts. Let's see if it's in there. What should I do? Let's do this one right here, Entrepreneur Mindset. Or you could go into your existing pages and then you can also copy a page that you've already made. But again, the great thing about these pre-made templates is everything's made for you and they're laid out correctly. And this is, you can edit right here. This is called a wireframe edit. There's wireframe, there's desktop, there's tablet view as well as cell phone view, and I'll show you in a minute how to do that. But again, you can go in here and you can do your wireframe. You can do editing back here or adding content. But let's go to the Divi Builder on the front end. This is what I use most of the time, probably 99% of the time. I will use this. In my success library, I have a video over that of when I use a wireframe, and one of the times I was using that was when I was building out my success library. And so what you want to do is you want to go here, build on the front end, and again, I use this majority of the time, and let's let that load up real quick. Okay, and so if you notice, this is a pre-made layout. You won't have any images here, but I'll show you how to do this. Very simple. If you notice here on this, there's a section box, and this is section settings. If you notice, as I hover over the purple shows up down here, and that's showing you which portion of your website that you're actually editing and working on. If I scroll down here, if you notice, there's a blue box, and the blue box highlights. As I scroll down, okay, it's a big section. Let's go over here, make sure. See, it begins to actually highlight, and it shows you what section you're actually working on. So basically, from here up to here is one big section, and then within the section, there's modules. Okay, so again, it's module settings. Within a big section, there's a section, there's a row, and this is considered a row on the green, and then there are blocks within that. Okay, so there's different sections and blocks within your page. So how do you go in here and change your actual header image? Very simple. What you want to do is go here. So this wheel right here, this is your settings. This is if you want to copy or duplicate. So if you click on that, you'll see it brings up another one of these, and this is your delete button. And then if you want to save this header to your library, you can. I do this a lot. This is how I saved your page. Save these pre-made pages. I designed them and I saved them to the actual library, and then I exported them. So to delete that, and it brings you back up here. And so you're working right in here on this box right here. Click on the settings wheel, and if you notice, and you can move this box around if it's in the way. Just so you know, it took me about 3 years to figure out that this box moves, because it's always in the way. I was like, oh, this box is in the way, and then one day I just grabbed it and I was like, oh no, how simple is that? So what you can do as well, if you want to make the box bigger, you can do that. I do that sometimes if this text runs long and it doesn't show up because of how it shows. And again, occasionally I will click on that button, and then it can move it around as well. So let's reduce it back down to this little size, and I use it right here. So if you notice right here, this is the text right here, Entrepreneur Mindset. If you want to change it, you can change it here in the title. Here on button number 1, is this button right there. You can change that text right there if you want to. If you scroll down here, this is that text right there, and then you change the text there. So in the content box, you can change this content. If you want to make this bold, you can bold it here. If you want to change it, the heading size to H1, H2, H3, if you know what that is, you can do that there. You can change the actual coloration of the box, and then you can go in here if you want to add text as well. And then as well, right here is the images. So if you want to add a logo image or a header image, but this image right here is in the background section. So you go to background, this is the coloration. If you want it, instead of an image, if you want to add a color to there, you could do that. But right there, this box is your image box, and you go there. And then let's do something nice and easy for a header image. What do I have as a header image? We'll use that guy right there. Also, be sure to put your alt text in there. I will explain more about that in a different video. This has to do with keyword and SEO research as well. But for now, we're just going to click on this, upload image, and then notice it has changed. And then to save it, you click the button there, and it saves the changes. And let's go back up here to module settings, and let's change the button. So you go here so there's two ways of doing it. You can do your content here, or you can go into design. And then if you notice that there is title text, let's click off here real quick. Let's get that off there. So if you notice there's title text, let's go up here to title text, and then there's title text that highlights here, title text, and then there's body text, and then there's button number 1. So if you notice how it highlights when you're over what you're working on. And again, in design, you can change the text. And here what you do is if you want to change the text color, let's say you want to make it red, it makes it red. If you want to make it black, you can do whatever. If you want a custom color, you go in here, put your hex code there, and then that will change it to the custom color. You can also make it darker. You can also make it more transparent so you can see through it, and that's how you change that right there. Let's go back to white, and then that is the title text. And again, you can change the font right there to whatever you want. If it's there, I use default on this. You can bold it, you can make it lighter, regular, semi-bold. You can change all these things right there on the title text. And if you scroll down, there's the body text, and again the same thing, default. You can, if you want to make it ultra bold, you can bold it out. You can align it as well, so you make it there, make it there. Very easy to do. And again, you can change the body text size, the font size there, the letter spacing, and all that. So let's go here, and this is considered button 1. So you click on button 1, and you can change the text size to the join free. You can make it bigger, smaller, let's make it really big, 50, add it there, and it changes it to there. Let's go back in there because it kicked me out. Back down to button number 1. Click on that. If you want to change the button text color, you can change the text color to black or whatever you want. Right there, very simple to do. Let's keep it there. And then the background color is right here. If you want to change the color on the background, what it is right there. So let's do like something like that. That changes the color. And then there's a border color as well. So let's change the border color. It is white. And again, let's just change it to something different. And that matches right there. And the border width, you can change the width as well. And what that does is the width actually changes how big it is. Okay. And then the border radius is how it curves. So let's go to the radius, and you'll see it starts to make it a more curve. It should make it more curve. Let's Control Z that, and let's get rid of that. Oh, that's the letter spacing. So I'm in the wrong one. So border radius, and I was in the button 1 letter spacing. That's why it wasn't doing that. So to change the curvature, it's border radius. And if you notice, as I change that, that should change it to make it more round. See how it goes round like that. Okay, typically on my buttons, I use about a 6. And again, you want to make everything about the same on all your buttons, and you can add an icon to your button. So let's see what it does. Right there, and icon placement right, button icon color. Let's see if it changes it right there. Okay, and then again, you can change your padding, the button, the margin on that up from the text, so up and down. And all that, and the padding, you can change the padding left to right, up and down. You can do a box shadow here on this as well if you want to. If you notice it goes like that, this is probably more obvious like that. And then again, you can change all these things, and this is how you start changing your buttons and your content. So as you notice, it's very easy to do. And so let's go on down here. So again, there's sections, there's rows, and there's modules. And to change the text in here, again, just click the settings. Here's the text on the front end. If you want to put a URL link, you can do it right there on this module. And again, to design it, you go into heading text. This is considered a heading text. You click on that, and again, you can change all of the font, if you want to make it bold, regular. It changes all these things, alignment, left to right, as you can tell. Very easy to do, and this is why I love Divi. You can change the sizing of the module, spacing, and all these things. Let's go back here to design, and that's heading text, and then there's again, and so if you close that out, or if you want to always save your changes, if you change something, so you go here and then go down to this part, you hover over, it gives you this part right there. And then again, you can change your text in here, or go to design, and again, you're changing everything to different colors if you want to, different parts of it. It's very easy to use. This is why I love Divi, is because it's so simple to use. So scroll on down here, and this again, this is a section, especially section right here because it's in green. And to change that, the row settings, you can go in there, change the row settings if you need to. This is column 1. So sometimes you want to go in here and go into design, and it'll show you, but there's nothing really in column 1 with this on these settings. And column 1 would be right here. This is column 2, but more on that later. So just some easy basic stuff here. Module settings, you go in there, and again, here's the text, here's the text, here's the text. And again, you change it right there. If you want to put a link right there, and this, if someone clicks on this, there's your URL. And then again, to design it right there, you can go to text, and again, you can change the text coloration, whatever you want. Very easy to do, and so you'd always want to save your changes. And then to change these images, very simple. Again, what you want to do is you want to go in here into settings. You can go into, click right there, and then go into your library, or you can upload a file and make sure your files are all compressed or optimized. And there's more on that later. So let's just put something in there. Let's use that guy. Again, your alt text on a different video on SEO, and then you click to save that, and then that saves that. And if you want to go in and do some design on your image, you can. So designing, so alignment, you can make it go left or right. And with this, how this module is laid out, you can't do that, but you can change the sizes here. I keep everything pretty much the same. If you want to do a border, you can do a border width like that. That's a black border. You can change the border color. So if you want to make a big, I don't know why you would, but I don't do anything like that. I don't use a border at all. I like my images, everything nice and clean. if you want to put a shadow on this image. I will do this on videos, and a few images I'll put a box shadow on those just so they stand out a bit. So I use this one a lot on videos. I use this one a lot on videos, and this one as well. I don't ever use these. Again, you can if you want to, but I like everything nice and clean. So on my images, typically I don't do anything. Also as well, let's see here. What else is in here? Alignment, sizing, border, advanced. If you want to put some code right there, you can. Again, if you want to put a link on this image, you should make your images linkable on most of your images, depending on what image you're using, where it is. But on a lot of my images, they are a link. So if you want to put a link to your website or an opt-in page or something like that, you would put that right there. And then then you want to do it in a new tab. So what that means is that when someone clicks on this image, it takes them over to a page, but they can navigate back to this page because there's going to be an open tab on their computer, right? So you close that out, and again, very simple to use. Everything is done for you. All the layouts done for you. This is the great thing about this, is that we can all of your pages now are laid out correctly and allow you to convert more of your visitors to customers. And again, I'll show you how to do this, how to add a form on a different video. But that's the basics of using Divi, and how to add content to your pages and change these pages and change all these things as well. Very simple to do, very easy to do. And let's see here. So text logo, if you want to see this justified left, add that, and it moves it in the middle, puts it in the middle of the page. Also as well, on these images, if on your header images especially, this gap right here depends, how much spacing is here on your image depends on how much text you have here. So if you put an image on your header and then it's like halfway cut off, it's because you don't have enough content or enough text on your page to make this image expand out. That's one of the things that in the very beginning I couldn't understand why my header images were cut off halfway. That's because I did not have enough text on here to expand out this image. So thanks for watching this video. And again, you want to go here. Oh, real quick, this button right here is going to show, if you click on that, it's going to show you what your site looks like on a cell phone. You can go in and you can edit these things to make it look better on your cell phones, off a cell phone view. I use this a lot. I'm always bouncing back and forth between the computer view or the desktop view as well as the cell phone view, and I'm always looking at how does it look on a cell phone. And then this is a tablet view right there. And again, this is desktop view. And then here is the wireframe view again. So you click on that and that brings you back here. Again, everything's the same. You can click on this text, and then this gives you the actual text. Again, I don't use this very often. I will occasionally. I use this most of the time is on the desktop view on the builder. And then once you have your content in here, again, everything is laid out correctly for you. You can save it as a draft or you can publish it. So it goes live in the internet, or Google is searching it. So I'm going to save it as a draft for now because I'm going to go back and delete this page off my site. But again, Divi makes it very easy to use. Just go in there, you start changing your text. You can also right here, I didn't show you that, but you can just click on this and then you can type in here. Sometimes I do it that way. Sometimes I use it, where'd it go? Sometimes I use it with a setting page right there. Depending on what I'm doing, is I will bounce back and forth between actually putting in my own content there, right, and then going into here. So again, very easy to use, very simple to use. If you have any questions, we have answers for you in the Success Library or in the group. So thanks for being here and watch this video. So get busy, start adding your content, and again, there's a Divi, how to master Divi or everything about Divi link to their YouTube video. If you cannot find your answers here in the Success Library or the group, it's going to be there for you. And they have everything covering everything that you need to know about Divi plus more. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you on the next video, and start taking action and start putting content onto your page. All right, we'll see you on the next video.